Khali's the only face right now with the Kiss Cam thing, and he's in that storyline. Well, they could go a different way. Well, it all depends on what happens at the SmackDown tapings tonight. Like you said, they're doing that scramble match tonight. But I would say, yeah, the two that make the most sense, the three that make the most sense would be Great Khali, just because he's a heel, or just because he's a face, and you want a face and a heel to go at it for your title. So you have Khali versus Edge, you have Jericho versus Edge, or you have Morrison versus Edge. And I think Morrison versus Edge, if you turned Morrison into a full-fledged face, I think he could tear it up over there on SmackDown. You know what I mean? I don't know. It'll be interesting.
It is going to be interesting, but I think, unfortunately, out of all those, it would probably end up being the Great Khali.
Yeah, most likely.
Or unfortunately, because I don't think exactly what the caller said. You know, Morrison just coming in there, and I'm sure he's still going to be playing the heel role. Mysterio is the IC champion, so I don't see that. So I think out of anyone, unfortunately, it should be the Great Khali. Or that shouldn't. Let me just rephrase that. It might be the Great Khali.
Yeah, but I mean, if they were to push John Morrison, I think now would be the time to do it. And I've always said that John Morrison, I mean, the guy's got great mic skills, great in-ring worker. I mean, I compare him to Shawn Michaels. You know what I mean? A younger Shawn Michaels. And you've got to push a guy at some point. You can't keep him. I mean, if you want to build new stars, you have to push these new younger guys. And John Morrison is a good example of that right now. So it's a possibility, but I think I would lean, like Jose said, to the Great Khali, just because it seems like it's the norm. You know, it's the classic WWE style of booking. The heel versus the face. It's just the same thing, just new guys in different storyline feuds. And it'd be interesting, you know, if they did put it on, or if they did give Morrison the scramble match win tonight. That'd be interesting to see, because I'd like to see a face John Morrison versus Edge. I think that could make for some great in-ring mic work and in-ring work at the pay-per-view, possibly Judgment Day. Yeah, well, that's what they're going to do that match. The scramble match tonight is for the number one contender for Edge's title at Judgment Day. Alan, 22 from the live chat room. You're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Alan in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
What's up, Alan?
Hey, I was just wondering, you know, remember back from the summer we had the big Cena-Batista match, and I was wondering if we're ever going to see the big anticipated rematch, so to speak, as how saying that Batista didn't want to take out Cena and finish the job, maybe make a heel turn.
Yeah, you know, I expected a Batista heel turn. I still do. It didn't happen at Backlash, but they've teased it in recent weeks, and they continue to tease it. I don't know. A Batista heel turn, I don't think is too far off. I think that's a few months away. I think he turns heel, and then you could do that match, because I don't expect them to turn John Cena at some point. At some point, they're going to turn him heel. But if it comes down to it, who are you going to turn heel first, Batista or John Cena? Due to merchandise and all that other stuff, Batista's going to be the one that turns heel, because John Cena's merchandise and just popularity, I guess, in most markets is through the roof. I mean, say what you want about the guy, you know what I mean? Whether you hate him, whether you love him, this and that, but the guy is your top draw within the company. And when the guy comes out, when his music hits, whether it's booze or whether it's a pop, the guy is getting the biggest pop of any WWE superstar on the roster, you know what I mean? So say what you want about him, but when you look at John Cena on your TV screen, you say, wow, that's John Cena. And I guarantee you, not just you, but everybody, that if you ever saw the guy in real life, whether you hate him on TV or whether you don't, you would gawk at him, you would stare at him, and drool would be coming from your mouth, and you'd be running up to ask him for an autograph. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, people
one more
love...
question in, too?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was wondering, do you think with the Taker-Jericho feud coming up for around SummerSlam, do you see Taker coming back a little bit before that and having some sort of precursor feud to Jericho?
Yeah, it's a possibility. Well, Jose, you want to answer this one? I've heard Edge versus Taker. That's a possibility, but I don't know. I think Jericho is going to be held off until the SummerSlam pay-per-view. It'll be Jericho and Taker at SummerSlam. Jose, you got anything else on that?
I mean, it's I know that the Taker is still taking a break. Exactly who they're going to put him up against, I would either say Jericho or Edge.
Although Jericho's supposed to happen at SummerSlam.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So eventually, those two will tangle. But at the moment, there's just no. I don't think him or HBK for that matter. There's no really immediate plans for Undertaker to feud with anyone at this moment. I think eventually that time will come, and it'll either end up being Y2J or Edge.
Well, yeah, one of those two. Callie, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up, man? Callie.
He's going back to Cali.
Okay, right, going back to Cali. All right, we missed him. We'll try another one. Caller, you are live on WZR Radio. I have no clue who this is. Guest 119 from the chat room. What's up?
What's up? Yeah, I just created an account right now, but
cool.
I don't know. But yeah, I was wondering about the whole SmackDown main event picture. I mean, there's a lot of potential, but there isn't really that many faces. So I was wondering who's going to come up out of nowhere and become like a top face.
It's a possibility.